What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vinatainment News. These are beautiful pictures. Krystal is stunning. And of course, Rachel's dropped their gorgeous in our red. Red of dark skin man. Just pop. Pop. Love it. One of my favorite colors. You guys already know that. All right. Rachel Lindsay blogs The Bachelor. I understand Krystal's frustration with Ari. So let's go down and read what she had to say. There may not have been a football playoff game this week, but thank goodness we still had The Bachelor this Monday. The week kicks off in Fort Lauderdale, and everyone seems to be getting along and super excited to be enjoying the nice Florida weather. But we all know or hope this won't last long. Fortunately, we don't have to wait long to burst the sunny bubble as Ari greets the girls in their beautiful suites. He informs the ladies that Chelsea gets the one-on-one date, and you can see the girls' demeanor change. You remember she was the girl on the first night that notoriously held the title of interrupting other girls to get more time with Ari. When others had none, she later received the first impression rose, and most of the Bachelor Nation rushed to judge her as the resident house villain. Since that moment, we were introduced to Krystal and quickly realized the error in our ways. So true. I mean, there's nothing new here. Every season, they have to find that one person, or else, like they said, the show will be boring. You know, people love fantasy and all of that and all of these beautiful dates and all of that, but people also love drama, and here come Krystal. All right, Chelsea has a luxurious date on a yacht, and I cannot lie, this is a date that I would not mind crashing. He really seems to be into her and very vulnerable with her. That vulnerability carries into the night as we see Chelsea's finally opened up about her past. To date, she is the most relatable woman on the show, as her story and the lessons learned from that story are empowering. In this moment, we begin to understand her purpose on the show. If Ari did not fall for Chelsea in this moment, Bachelor Nation did. Aries gave Chelsea the rose, and she deserved that and so much more. As night turns to day, brace yourself for the most traumatic group date ever. The ladies on the group date get to go bowling. I personally appreciated the simplicity in this date and the over 50-year-old crowd. Now, most of you were probably disturbed by Harry Dan's routine and intimate moment with his bowling ball. We all understand the big Lamborghini reference. I, however, appreciated seeing the more playful side of him. So if it takes funky socks, some Latin music, and the lick of a ball to bring this out of him, then Big Rich is here for it. Okay, what starts off as a friendly game soon turns out to be a full-out brawl. The girls are split into two teams and learn that the winner will get to move on to the nighttime portion of the date, and the losers will go back to the hotel. Krystal's team win the competition, but her victory is short-lived as she quickly learns that Ari changed his mind and now believes everyone should continue on the date. Prior to this moment, we all knew Krystal was a ticking time bomb, but she chose this moment to explode. All right, so I'm going to comment here before I even get into how Rachel feel, what she have to say, whatever. All right, so I completely understand, you know, in every house, you need that one person, you know. Rachel's season was Corinne, and, you know, Rachel on Nick's season was Corinne. Then on her season, you had a few guys, you know, that I'm not even going to start naming, but you had a few guys. So I completely understand. But Krystal problem is, for those of you who don't watch it, and the reason why she blew up was, you tell us it's a competition. We go out here, we go through bowling. Yes, we're bowling, we're having fun. It's a friendly competition. We're all, fighting for love, but this is an emotional roller coaster. This is serious. I'm trying to win your heart. I'm trying to win time with you. The more women, the less time I'm going to get. So when you tell me the winning team gets to enjoy, this moment, and the losing team go home. So these ladies, they go hard. And then basically the girls who did not win got to come. So what's the point, right, of, setting the boundaries and rules just to end up changing your mind? Now, Krystal is a black and white, literal type of person, like straight to the point type of person. Okay, she got mad because she got upset and she went off. How dare you tell us the other group is going home, but then bring them along? Now, people were not understanding where she was coming from. Way back when I worked in a call center, there would be, for a credit card company, there would be customers who call and say, you guys charged me 10 cents of interest. Really, you took time out of your day and you call for 10 cents. You look at the customer account and the customer have money. Even if they didn't have money, they're not calling to complain about 10 cents. It's the principle behind it. You told me that if I pay my bill at a certain time, I wouldn't be charged interest, and you charged me interest. Take it off. So Krystal was going off principle, but the other ladies couldn't understand that. They don't get her. They couldn't understand that. She's not getting upset because, oh my gosh, relax, it was just bullying, we just have fun. No, she was going straight off principle that you said one thing, you changed your word. I've been lied to. I have trust issues. So he's looking at it like, let's just all go and have fun. But she's looking at it as a deep-rooted issue, like, now, spoiler alert, okay? So put the video on pause, all of that, if you don't want to hear this part, okay? Now, if what Reality Steve said is true, then this right here is no surprise. Remember the video I did last week where Reality Steve said that, he picked one chick and then proposed, and then a few weeks later broke up with her and picked and went back and, broke up with her and is now dating the runner-up? My point. He's a guy who's wishy-washy. He's a guy who can't decide. He says one thing and he changed his mind. So Krystal was spot on when she said, he's not someone that could be trusted or that I can trust, because clearly if what that guy revealed last week end up happening and is true, then her assessment is spot on early on. Even though she's gonna go home eventually, eventually the show's gonna be like, okay, you know what, she served her purpose. We had all the drama we needed. She can go ahead and leave now. So let's go ahead and move on. So I completely understand and saw where she was coming from. I also did not I've never liked and would never like the whole bullying situation. Let's gang up on this person because we don't like them, especially that chick, Becca, the 22-year-old one, that thing like she's the star of the show. She just rubbed me the wrong way. She's so insecure and she's so immature. I don't care people saying she's mature and all of that. No, okay, you don't like Krystal, she rubbed you the wrong way. Okay, say it and move on. I understand that it's TV, okay? The more we talk about a villain, the more camera time we're going to have. And you know what? Hey, let's face it. Some of us are here for love, but some of us are just here, you know what I'm saying, to get the exposure and possibly end up on Bachelor in Paradise and possibly, you know what I'm saying, get all of these different opportunities that we're going to have. So the more I trash this person, be a part of the, let's gang up and come after this person, the more I'm going to have camera time. So I get it, but I didn't like her attitude at all. Okay, you don't like her, you didn't like what she did, back off, calm down, chill. It's his show. If he gave her a rose, that's his business. Who are you? But like I said, everyone are allowed to give their opinion, and that's mine. They were just being bullies. Like, okay, so what? Okay, she did something, pissed you off. Move on, focus on the guy. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let me read what Richard have to say. Now, can I be candid for a moment? Don't judge me. But I initially understood Krystal's frustration. When I was on Nick season, we had a very similar date, the infamous volleyball date. We were faced with a similar competition in prize. I'll have you know that my team won despite my underhanded volleyball serves. Alexis Waters, we subsequently learned that Nick changed his mind and decided to bring all of the girls on the remainder of the date. She meant off the date. I was very annoyed by this, not because he changed his mind, but because I felt the girl he really wanted to see that night would be retreating back to the hotel, and he wanted to spend more time with her that night. In hindsight, I was right. Okay, all right, Richard. So you can understand why I initially understood Krystal, but when her frustration turned to anger and name calling, she lost me. I could not save her from the deep end. She jumped head. Long story short, because it went on for entirely too long, Krystal was so upset that she decided not to continue on the remainder of the date. The girls are annoyed at her dramatics. Goes back to the room to tell her he is disappointed with her actions and that she should stay in the room for the night. Krystal, of course, acting upon pure delusion as she only knows how to do, takes that conversation as the clue that she should proceed to the date. Upon arrival, she was confronted by the women for her contradictory actions, and she retreated back to her room. Kudos to baby Becca for not only silencing Krystal that night, but getting her to leave the room too. It had been an impossible task until that point. I disagree with Rachel at that point. No kudos to anybody who you can be upset and speak your point. She was very rude. They were being a bully. They were being bullies. They were attacking her. They were loud. They were dismissive. I didn't like that, so I'm going to disagree with Rachel on that point. All right. Ari and the ladies continuing to enjoy their crystal clear evening. Yes, I'll be calling him Irie, whatever the case might be. You know, hey, leave me alone. During this date, we are starting to see some front runners come to light. Okay, Ari and the ladies continue to enjoy the crystal clear evening during this date. We are starting to see some front runners come to light. Kendall really seems to have a connection with him, and she is winning me over. The Becca's also seem to progress their relationship with him, but clearly the most excitement part of the group date, according to him, is that Lauren B likes her coffee with coconut milk. I will pause here for you to have time to get out your excitement as well. It was easy to conclude from his reaction to the coffee that he would give Lauren B the rose that night. Well, what I heard that, no, that's spoiler, put it on pause if you don't want to hear this part, was that the Becca, not the one with the AH, not the young one, the other one was the one he proposed to, and then Lauren B was the runner-up. So he proposed to Becca, dated her for a little bit, dumped her, and is now dating Lauren, the runner-up. According to Reality Steve. So if this is not true, go after him, not me. Now it is time for the country date for a country girl. Tia and Ari take a ride through the Everglades, spot alligators, and talk to one of the locals. Once we get past this stereotypical introduction, we learn that there is a lot more to this country girl. Tia really shines, and I feel that she finally distinguishes herself from just being known as Raven Gates' best friend. It makes sense now. Okay, small town country girls. Tia has a lot of layers to her and is super down to earth. At the same time, I really like the connection between Ari and Tia, as I feel it is the most natural, easy, and real. She must feel the same way because she wins the prize for being the first girl to tell him she is falling in love with him. I don't know why. You don't listen to me. At the ceremony, the rose ceremony, we are blessed with Krystal's presence again. and she becomes the focal point of the cocktail between the girls. Some of the girls confront Krystal on her actions, but it lands on deaf ears. Krystal and Harry talk about her explosion, and it is clear from his body language that he is over Krystal. Krystal is Krystal, and no one is going to change that. You cannot reason with delusion. Somehow, however, Krystal gets aroused at the ceremony, and okay. Next week, the girls move on to the city of lights and love, Paris. I expect to see romance, love, and drama, and I'm sure you do too. Come back next week to get the rundown with Rich. As you know, I will have plenty to say. Okay. Well, basically, all I have to say about all of this is that, yes, it wasn't. If it wasn't for Krystal, honestly, in the moments, it would be a snooze fest. And I'm not even someone who's into drama and all of that. So it's just, yeah. I was right when I said I wasn't going to really, watch it or review it. I mean, he's not doing anything differently than any Bachelor. I mean, he's following the format. You are there, you go on dates and all of that. But and you know what? To be honest with you, I don't even think it's his fault. The show is the same. Every season is the same. Okay, I just think that it's all about if people fell in love with you, and if you're someone they like, then they might invest their time and watch. So I think because they were expecting another person, and that person didn't go, that's why he's having a hard time, because he's not doing anything wrong. He's doing everything like the other guys did. But after 22 seasons, get to the point where it's like, it will become a snooze fest. Nothing has changed, man. Next season, same thing. Corinne was the one everyone was coming for, talking about, excluding my girl Rachel because she's too classy to be all in the mix like that. So every season find that villain, and this one is Krystal. Speaking of Nick, he actually charmed into the whole Krystal mess and me talking about Corinne, and this is what he tweeted. Guys, I'm not taking up for Krystal. I'm not excusing her behavior at all. Absolutely not. The girl, I'm not. But I guess because I'm watching her from the outside, I can see. I understand people say, oh, I didn't watch the show before I came on. I get it. But at this point, most of them who goes and apply know the show. At this point, Krystal is the villain and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he keeps giving her roses even though he's not going to pick her. Just point the fact that producers are saying, keep her around because she's our entertainment right now. If she leaves, everyone else get along, and the show, like I've been saying, become a snooze fest. Yeah, I'm saying it again. And so, but eventually he's gonna let her go. So I'm not excusing her behavior and her things that she does. I'm just saying, no matter what, there's still a way to approach it and not let us all gang up on her and scream and come down and on her and all of these things. Like, come on, y'all are here for him. You don't like her? Remove yourself. You know what I'm saying? Have a conversation, remove yourself. I guess that's just how I'm looking at it. I know she's a grown woman, so this whole thing about me saying, oh, bullying and all of that, some people feel like it doesn't apply, but I feel like it does apply. If you're sitting on the couch and everyone from every direction is just screaming at you, calling you names, coming at you, it's like, now, yes, I get it, being real to somebody's face, I'm here for it and all of that, but she's shady too. She does sing her confessionals and all of that, and I get it, but I just felt like it was too over the top for the entire show to be about her, almost the entire show. Like, come on, man. But I get it. Like I said, hey, you want to get camera time, you want to be on TV, you want to get exposure, go after the person who's the topic of discussion, and you will absolutely get the camera time. So for the people who keeps talking about her, that's their agenda. But yep, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, my Vina loves. I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.